Good day, fellow Foxfire members. I'm Bill Cornetta, President of your Board of Directors. As you know, on October 16th, your board adopted a master plan for Foxfire, approved how to finance the plan, and voted to submit the plan and the financing proposal to members for a vote this November. In this audio-visual presentation, I'd like to give each of you a tour of the master plan and explain the phases and components, the timetable for implementation, and the reasoning behind the plan. This plan has several elements and is phased in over time. Let's review these elements one by one. Phase 1 is scheduled for 2021. Irrigation and regrassing of all 27 holes of the golf course is the first priority and will be scheduled to begin around April of 2021. Technology has far outpaced our 35-year-old irrigation system, which requires constant maintenance. Regrassing all 27 fairways will give consistent playing conditions on weather-tolerant bimini grass. Working with contractors, we believe we will be able to keep 9 holes available for member play for all but about 6 weeks of the construction period. During those 6 weeks, low-cost reciprocal play will be available at nearby courses. Irrigation and regrassing would be coupled with rebuilding the Red 9 green, moving it closer to the bulkheaded lake bank, and reshaping the green to a more north-south orientation. This change was recommended by Arthur Hills some 15 years ago to improve the quality of this golf hole. The estimated cost of this golf course work is $2.31 million. If this master plan is approved by members, we're prepared to cut checks to vendors immediately to lock in pricing and a starting date of next spring for irrigation and regrassing. Simultaneously with irrigation and regrassing, we would resurface the tennis courts and bring them up to industry standards. This project, which includes the necessary new perimeter fencing, along with adding 2 sun shelters and fences between the courts, requires expanding the tennis court footprint by 24 feet to the west. The east boundary of the courts is already at the required setback from Kings Way. Simply resurfacing the courts without upgrading them to current standards makes no sense. Phase 1 also calls for installing 3 regulation bocce courts with shelters just west of the tennis courts. Steve Forrest, our golf course architect from Hills, Forrest & Smith, as well as MHK, our architects, and Josh Firth of Davidson Engineering, all support the safety of bocce courts in this location. Recently, we placed flags at the interface of the bocce facility with Red 9 so members can gauge the proximity for themselves. With 325 or more bocce players, 3 courts are necessary. Additional cart parking is designed into these plans, and all of these upgrades to the existing tennis and bocce facilities will cost an estimated $300,000. Phase 2 is scheduled for 2022 and beyond. We propose to build a 2-story structure combining our fitness center with a new cart barn to replace our antiquated 35-year-old cart barn. This structure would be located very near the present cart barn, but would move slightly north to meet setback requirements. The fitness center would be approximately 6,000 square feet and include open floor space for yoga and Pilates, along with fitness and training equipment. That size is appropriate for a community the size of Foxfire. The fitness center would occupy the 2nd floor and have an elevator of sufficient size to accommodate safety and rescue equipment. When this facility will come online depends mostly on permitting. The cost estimate is $2.3 million, with half of that attributable to the cart barn. Phase 3 is also scheduled for 2022 and beyond, and includes casual outdoor dining and social areas, renovation of the grill room, a new halfway house, enhancements to golf practice facilities, and rebuilding the Red 1 putting green. Outdoor dining capacity would increase modestly by expanding the existing deck to the west of the grill room to accommodate a second row of tables. The social area will occupy the present cart parking area north of the grill room, as shown here. The relocated halfway house will service the golf course, the tennis and bocce facilities, and the casual seating area, and would provide storage for tennis and bocce equipment and a small office for our tennis pro. Relocation of the existing halfway house frees up much needed space for the kitchen without having to add on to the clubhouse. The proposed grill room renovation calls for relocating the bar to the northwest corner of the room, facing the golf course, and accommodating service both inside and outside. Enhancements to the golf practice facilities include a short game practice area near the current Blue 1 tee. In the process, Blue 1 would become a par 4 and Blue 9 a par 5. This slide shows potential improvements to the practice range. Completing all these Phase 3 components depends on permitting. The Phase 3 cost estimate is $2.32 million. Other costs associated with a project such as this include professional services, engineering and site work, underground utility work, curbs, parking, demolition, furniture, fixtures, etc., estimated to cost $2.22 million. The bottom line total cost for implementing this master plan is $9.45 million. In summary, over the last 8 years, a great many Foxfire members have devoted countless hours to research how best to move forward with these needed enhancements. Members have weighed in with their views. This proposal is the culmination of all these efforts and recommendations. We've heard you. Researchers tell us that the friendliness of a community is what is most important to members and what appeals most to a potential buyer. This is what attracted me to Foxfire. 20 years ago, as a renter for 1 year, I was welcomed by members and made to feel part of the Foxfire family. Foxfire's emergency is not the golf course irrigation system. It's the division within our wonderful community. Friendliness still exists beneath the angst associated with plotting the future course of Foxfire. It's long past time to put divisions behind us and reestablish the spirit of collaboration and harmony. This plan, which parenthetically does not require opening the PUD, is a great example of synergy and a win-win. We all acknowledge that Foxfire has a fabulous location and a terrific 27-hole golf course. We all want to live in a community of which we can be proud. These necessary enhancements to our recreational, social, and wellness facilities will make Foxfire one of the most sought-after and desirable communities among our peers. Present members will have the wide choice of healthy activities they deserve, and potential buyers will find the appealing, friendly, up-to-date, and well-maintained community they seek. We are so fortunate to live in a community with sound finances, an excellent and stable management team, and a community peopled by compassionate members with diverse backgrounds and interests. Let's make the most of these blessings and secure the future of Foxfire. Thank you for listening to this presentation of the Master Plan. And now I'll ask Lynn Anderson, Chair of our Finance Committee, to explain how we propose to finance these improvements. Lynn.
Hello, neighbors. I am Lynn Anderson, Chairman of the Finance Committee. The United We Are Better financing plan, Something for Everyone, was developed with the input of every board member. The committee was asked to develop a plan that was affordable, flexible, and easily transferable to new owners. We hope you will agree that the plan has met those requests. The bottom line per member is a special assessment of $2,470 or $25 per month for 10 years. And if needed, a maximum of a $20 increase in the members' monthly capital contribution to the Capital Improvement Fund. The master plan of approximately $9.45 million is intended to be financed through three primary sources of funds: $2.3 million from past savings and anticipated accumulated reserves, including the Capital Improvement Fund and the Capital Repair and Replacement Fund, $2.3 million from a special assessment, and up to $4.85 million in Foxfire community loans. The per member special assessment of $2,470 or $25 per month over 10 years is anticipated to occur in the spring of 2021. Members may choose to pay the $25 per month and then later pay the remaining balance off without penalty. Foxfire permits the transfer of this obligation to a new owner. The first $3 million of Foxfire community loans will be paid by a portion of the current member capital contribution to the Capital Improvement Fund. The remaining portion of the capital contributions will continue to accumulate for future needs. If needed, up to $1.85 million of additional borrowing will be paid by a maximum $20 increase per month in the member's monthly capital contribution to the Capital Improvement Fund for this financing plan. The actual increase, if any, will be determined by the actual financing need. The earliest the increase would occur is January 2022. The increase will only occur if the site plan is approved by the county. Any financing plan increase will discontinue when the loan is paid off, not to exceed 10 years. This obligation automatically transfers to a new owner. While the financing plan is using a portion of accumulated capital reserves, Foxfire will continue to maintain an operating contingency reserve of approximately $280,000. Foxfire also has an SBA payroll protection loan, PPP, of approximately $660,000, which it hopes will convert to a grant in 2021. No benefit of the PPP has been included in the financing plan at this time. Any PPP loan conversion is currently budgeted to be held in reserve to fund any COVID-impacted operating shortfalls. Bottom line per member, to unite Foxfire, to make a better Foxfire, and to provide something for everyone, is a special assessment of $2,470 or $25 per month for 10 years, and if needed, a maximum of a $20 increase in the member's monthly capital contribution. Thank you.